All right, boys and girls, I had a request for a drawing today, and so we're gonna be doing this sloth picture. So here's a version that I already did this finished, and I just wanna give you an idea what it's gonna look like before we start. So I'm gonna move this one out of the way, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. So I've got my piece of paper. I'm using a pencil today. I've got an eraser, and that's it. You can use anything you have at home, but this is what I'm gonna be using. So let's start. I'm actually gonna start with the branch that our sloth is sitting on. So somewhere up here on one side of the paper, I'm just gonna make a big, long line. And please remember, I always tell you to draw lightly. 2 of those, make it a nice thick tree branch or tree trunk. And we draw lightly so that we can erase stuff if we happen to make a mistake. So I'm gonna add maybe a little branch on there. We're gonna have our sloth sitting here on the branch. So up here, I'm gonna draw the head. I'm gonna draw kind of a circle shape, kind of a gumdrop shape. It's a little smaller at the top than it is at the bottom. I'm drawing lightly because I wanna go in now and I wanna kind of maybe give it a little texture for some hair. Give him a little texture for some hair on the cheeks. So I have that shape now for his head. Inside the head, we're gonna draw kind of this inner area for their face where the fur is kind of a different color. And there's like a little widow's peak is what we call it, kind of like what you see in a vampire or something, but it's gonna come to a point. So starting here, I'm gonna draw a curve that goes up, and it kind of just follows our original line, goes around, comes back. Here we go. So we just left this little bump on both sides, and there's like a little point in the middle where his forehead is, or her forehead. Once we have that, let's go to the nose. So I'm just gonna do a little oval and kind of just shade it in. Sorry, the camera's shaking a little bit. And we can do the same thing for the eyes. So I'm gonna draw a circle here, a circle here. And I tell my students in class a lot of times, if you have a different way of doing eyes that you'd like to do for a drawing, go ahead, because I know there's all kinds of ways, and kids are always excited to show me a different way than they know how. So I drew a big circle and a little circle, and then I can just shade the big circle dark and make the little circle light so it looks like the light reflecting in their eyes. It's always kind of a cute look. And then we can draw a smile, and you can make your smile as big or as small as you want and give a nice long smile on mine. Kind of the most interesting part about their faces is they have this, it's almost like how raccoons have a different shape around their eyes. But I'm just gonna draw kind of like this oval shape around each eye. Looks pretty good. So we have the nose, we have the eyes. You can do them however you want. Nice big smile. And that's it for the face. We're done there. If you're having a hard time keeping up, you can always press pause and just do these last couple of steps that we just did. Or you can rewind it. But if you're ever having a hard time, just make sure you stop the video. Let's draw our sloth's body. So I'm gonna draw kind of an oval shape, and I'm gonna do this lightly. Comes down to the tree trunk and runs into the tree trunk. I can come back up if I want to, depending how far away you put the head from the tree branch. You might have something different. Looks like he's connected to a potato or wrapped up in a burrito or something. I don't know what's going on there. But we have this shape, and I'm gonna draw his one arm is gonna be wrapped around or coming down holding onto the tree branch. So all I'm gonna do, start up here, kind of follow that line along, and then I'm gonna turn around and go back up to his head. And that's his one arm. And there's, can't say I'm a sloth expert, but I do know there are 2-toed sloths and 3-toed sloths. So I'm gonna go ahead, erase those lines, and then I'll give him 3 little hooks. And their toes are very interesting. They're just like big long fingernails. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna kind of do the same thing down here for his bottom leg. So I'm gonna follow that curve that we did, come down, turn back around, and I'm gonna come all the way back up. And then again, I'll draw 3 toes. Sloths spend most of their lives up in trees, so they're very good at climbing and then just hanging out in trees, but they do come down once in a while, and they even can swim a little bit too. I think here on the back, might darken that line, add some fur. And that's about it for the sloth part. The only other things I might do is I might add some stuff to the tree, like I might draw some leaves. When I draw the leaves, I'll draw like the center line first, and then I'll draw 2 curves on each side. So you can add lots of leaves or just a couple leaves, depending what you want to do. I'll pick a couple spots and I'll make big leaves and small leaves. You can do as much as that as you want. I might add some things to the background just to add some layers or depth to our picture. So maybe he's in the forest, and so we have other tree trunks in the background. Those trees can be going in all kinds of different directions. Maybe down here at the bottom there's just kind of like these different shapes for leaves and different kinds of bushes and stuff like that. And I think that looks pretty good. If we pull back the one I did earlier, I darkened this one with a Sharpie so you can kind of see how it turned out once we finish the whole thing. Go ahead and give this drawing a try. If you're a big sloth fan, I hope you enjoy this. I'd love to see some of these so you can upload them to our assignment on Google Classroom. If you want to color them, you can add color and make it a really nice finished drawing. Hope you're all doing really well, and I hope you enjoy this drawing. Thanks, guys.